Meet the Max Rap 13 from Rapala. The short-lipped, high-performance Max Rap has a thin-bodied minnow profile with a slightly arched back to make the lure roll like a living, breathing bait fish. It is designed to run a half-meter below the surface for fish that are intent on feeding near the surface or in the shallows. But as good as it looks and fishes, it's the way it flies that makes it stand out in the crowd. The Max Rap 13 is a substantial 13 centimeters in length and weighs a hefty 15 grams. So it's not only big enough to make large fish take notice, but launches like a rocket on an extreme trajectory, even into the teeth of a howling wind. In saltwater, the Max Rap 13 slowly rises when paused, perfect for redfish, sea trout, and other coastal saltwater species.
First cast with a Max Rap, look what happened.
In freshwater, it virtually suspends in place. It catches fish to the max.
You know, the Max Rap is a really high-performance lure. It runs relatively shallow, but one thing that I like the best about this lure is the balance point in the bait, which is about 1/3 of the way back. And what it does is creates a real big tail roll, which creates a lot of flash from the dark back to the light bottom, which is a great triggering characteristic for a lot of different fish and a lot of different fishing situations.
As it swims, the Max Rap 13 literally turns on its side. This exaggerated roll creates a brilliant flash pattern as the profile alternates between its dark back and highly reflective sides. It's like having your own lighthouse beacon for hungry fish to home in on. And when fish close in for the kill, the Max Rap's vivid eye jumps out in startling clarity and panic. When their eyes meet, it's love at first bite. The Max Rap 13 is a high-performance premium bait for discriminating anglers who demand the best that money can buy. It'll outcast anything in your tackle box. And the aerodynamic shape is balanced with tungsten balls for maximum casting accuracy. Yet, unlike most heavy baits, you can fish it extremely shallow for fish using skinny water or feeding near the surface. As beautiful as it is in appearance, the beauty runs more than skin deep. It seductively rolls, wobbles, and flashes throughout a wide range of speeds and retrieves, from slow and steady to fast and erratic. So it not only looks and feels amazing, but catches fish like crazy. If you put a premium on performance, the Max Rap 13 is going to be your new go-to lure. Now that the word is out, you'd better go get one before they're all gone. The Max Rap 13 is built tough as nails to capture the rogue fish you're after with non-corrosive number 6 VMC Spark Point treble hooks that mean business on the business end of your line.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it comes in 8 natural bait fish and attractor color patterns that mimic the little fish that big fish eat all around the globe. With internal laser engraved scales that reflect light for max realism. So it's part beauty, part beast, all Rapala. Take no prisoners. Take fishing to the max with the Max Rap from Rapala. Maximum features for maximum performance and maximum firepower for maximum results.
From tip to tail, everything about the Max Rap is premium. This lure has been designed with castability in mind. It features an aerodynamic shape and the internal max cast weight shifting system. On top of that, you've also got the internal holographic foil, laser engraved scales, and VMC's Spark Point trebles. This lure, when cast, will go for miles. You can cast it into an oncoming wind and it'll still go a long way. When fishing this lure, you can fish it fast and it's got that really wide wobbling action. So you fish it fast, and it's a very shallow runner as well. It'll only reach down to about 1 metre max. That's a way you can fish the Max Rap. But there's a few other things you can do to get a bit more from your lure. So instead of just your standard flat out retrieve, you can cast it out, lock it into gear, bring it in and impart a bit of a rip to the left, a bit of a rip to the right. Continue that, bit of a rip, and what that's doing is that's increasing the wobbling action. So the lure's darting forward, wobbling and stopping. That's really bringing the fish on, sending a lot of flash. That weight shifting system's working the lure perfectly, and you're going to get a lot of bites. So that's just another way you can fish your Max Rap. The Max Rap from Rapala. Take it to the maximum.